Welcome to Niche Fighter Monday.
Niche Fighter Monday.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Whoa, my face isn't there. Yo, what's up? Hope everyone's doing well. Happy Niche Fighter Monday, everybody. Welcome everyone to the Digital Basement. I am, of course, Mr. MKL, and we're hanging out here, and we're talking about niche games, indie games, fighting games, you know, life, love, the eternal pursuit of happiness, all those good, the best of Mondays. Thank you, yes. Yo, yes, Calamari. So happy that you can make it through. And actually, that's the first thing we're going to be talking about today on Niche Fighter Monday is actually the Versus Game Jam, which was set up by none other than Vengeful Calamari. They rolled through the basement and were like, make games, people. And they were just like, yo, I want to host a little casual game jam with the theme being versus head-to-head direct competition, right? And outside of that, you know, do what you will. Make a video game, make a board game. I decided to join, and I made a dice rolling fighting game. So I don't know. I had a lot of fun doing this. This is the first game jam that I've participated in. You know, I was talking to friend of the show, Mohas Gridlock, and I was saying, like, I'm not a designer, I'm not a developer, right? And he was just like, pish posh, everybody is, right? Like, you have likely done something in your life that has been designed something for other people to play, right? And in my case, it's a lot of D&D. Dungeons and Dragons is probably my biggest experience of like designing a play experience for other people, right? And I mean, I DM'd a campaign for 5 years, right? And that is a lot of 5 years of weekly sessions is a lot of time to and a lot of game to make, right? But it's funny, one of the things that I always love doing, and to this day love doing with D&D, especially when I'm playing in real person, like in a physical space with someone, is try to make things, bring physicality to the game, right? Like, it's a tabletop RPG, you can use minis, right? Like, you can do the grid-based combat and you know, calculate the Pythagorean theorem. That's amazing, right? But like, I love doing things like setting up our minis on a bridge that I made out of Jenga pieces, right? And every time, and I make a game around it, create a system around it, right? So every time that somebody has to make a move or engage in combat, there's a risk of them knocking off a piece of this rickety bridge, and they would have to roll to see if they, you know, if they've, you know, risked rocking the bridge, and then pull to see if they can successfully escape having it collapse, right? I don't know, that's a fun idea, right? But like, all that is like, I have to make systems for it. Like, what are the goals? What are the players rolling for? What is the turn order? All of those things. And you got to make it fun and engaging. So like, I was like, you know what? Why not, man? Why not make a game, even if it's not for D&D, you know, challenge myself to do this in a weekend. So I just want to say big shout outs to Vengeful Calamari for bringing this to the Digital Basement. I had a lot of fun doing it. So did other folks who participated and, you know, gave advice and such. So I don't know. I thought it was a great experience. But I thought we could start talking about a couple of a couple of the games that got made during this Game Jam. God, I guess there is Sage, which is a Game Fest. Yeah, no, it was really cool. Perfect for my like hyperfixation at times, where I'm like, look, I got about 48 hours that I could dedicate to being like, I could engage in this, right? Hyperfixate for a weekend, and then be like, now it's complete. There's a thing, and I can put it out there, right? So that's where I'm at. I'm glad that I got a thing done. Like, it's a game that you can play from start to finish, and it shouldn't break just by doing normal things. Like, that was really my goal, right? Though I do want to go back and do some things. I would like to get some playtesting done. I want to take it to my D&D group, actually, and have them play it. And then, do a balance pass, because I know some of the numbers are going to be wonky, and like see if I missed anything, any glaring omissions, right? And fix any glaring omissions. But there's a couple things, like, yeah, you can do some interesting stuff. So, but let's talk about this. This is, yeah, it was great, but you're very tired. Absolutely, man. It was like, oh man, that's a lot of work. All right. But no, rewarding, good. A lot of work in a good way, if you ask me. So what did I do? I made a game called Polyhedral Pummel. A dice rolling tabletop fighting game. Right? And it's funny, like, I was just like, to not make a game, but you were finalizing your Yomi 2 fan designs. Nice. I like that. Andrew. I'm glad. This is what's cool. It's like stuff like this where one of the things that okay, I mean, I'm gonna be real. Like, I can do some art and I can do some design, but like creating stuff whole cloth by yourself in such a short period of time, where I'm like, look, man, I got some dice PNGs. And I got some expressive arms and some eyes, and I made some dice characters. And I was just like, what am I gonna do with design? Like, right? Like, you think about a lot of Game Jam stuff just has like programmer art. Like, if you're making a video game in a Game Jam, right? You end up with this programmer art that is like, it's not what you would ship, but it functions for the purpose of testing the game, right? And so I was like, why not? And so as soon as I put together these little dice dudes, I was like, oh, that makes sense for some level of theming, right? So my whole like conceit for the game is that like the dice are alive, right? And they've taken on the traits of all the different games that are around them in the digital basement. So like a little bit like Smash Brothers, right? Like the toy chest coming to life. It's like, think about it. Like for me, like I have dice fucking everywhere. Like, look, okay, I got a bag. I got a bag full of them for my D&D stuff right here, right? I got some over. Oh, here we go. Behind my thing, I got another stack of D6s, right? Just like these things are everywhere. And like I will sometimes find just like a random box with like a copy of Street Fighter Alpha for the PlayStation and like a handful of D10s, and I'm like, what does even like? How did these get here, right? So what happens when the dice start taking on the properties from their other games? Well, of course, they would just use their abilities to determine who is the best of the competitive dice, right? Like who really is the strongest of the D6s or of the ivories, the counters, the bones, whatever your preferred term is for these lovely numbered rocks that we roll. So I'm like, yeah, that seems like a decent little conceit, right? And I appreciate you, Mohas, that you'd ship it. I appreciate you. Legitimately, like once I settled on it, I'm like, oh, okay, like I could actually do some work, and that's one of the things that I would do if I revisit this. It's going to be flesh out some of the lore, for lack of a better term, right? And just like, why not have it? Right, engage in it a bit more, right? Like I want to. One of the big suggestions I got from some of the people I showed this to was you need more dice puns, and you'll see here. We'll go down and look at the different characters and what traits they took on from different games. And I think I did a better job with some characters than others at doing dice puns / fighting game references. But you know, this is one of the things about jam games, right? It's like you do it in a weekend, so it's like, okay, it popped for one. I have 2 other characters. Nah, maybe not the best. Ascended sticks are your choice all the way. All right, but yeah, so the basics of the game here. In Polyhedral Pummel, you take on the role of Dicey Duelist and use a combination of basic actions, unique abilities to do battle with an opponent, right? It's fighting game themed, friends. So it's a head-to-head game, right? That was the whole idea behind the jam game. The game jam was versus head-to-head direct combat. So I'm like, let's do this. Let's put some. Let's just do some direct head-to-head combat. Obviously, my brain is poisoned with, the fighting game brain rot is real. So I was like, I rolled with it. I was like, let's do some fighting game stuff. How can we use aspects of fighting games, but then convert them to a tabletop setting, right? And my first thing is I love rolling dice. Like like D&D, like playing a sorcerer and chucking a fireball is so fun. You get to drop like a dozen dice and big numbers and, enemy go boom. It's just super fun to go boom and just hear those things clack on the table, right? So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to like do a split between like how can I represent aspects of fighting games within dice rolling. And I settled on this idea of numpad notation. Guys, if this game can do one thing, it's teach people about numpad notation. So the way the game works is that you pick a character, they have fighting game-like abilities, right? And first stage of combat, it's all happens simultaneously. You roll your d6s. You have 6 d6s. And you roll these dice. And you're able to... the idea is that you want to use your d6s to basically perform an action in your move list, right? And so this is a dice rolling fighting game without jumping. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on your d6s, representing numpad notation for down, back, down, down, forward, back, neutral, and forward, right? So you can do quarter circle forward motions. If you roll your 6d6 and you happen to get a 2, 3, 6, you can then assign your special token to activate this ability. And it's a rock, paper, scissors back and forth between you and your opponent to determine, who wins the exchange. And you have basic abilities, which will just do damage, like low damage. You have the ability to build meter. So as you roll your 66, the idea is you roll 66 and you can set any number of these aside and re-roll up to twice, right? So you might get nothing on your first roll, but you hold back a 2 and a 3. Right? And then you re-roll and you get your 6. And so you can then assign your 2, 3, 6 into your lever input track on the bottom of your card and activate it with a special attack. Or if you don't get anything, you can activate a block or a throw or an attack. And we have this like the basic actions here: strike, defend, throw, and special, as well as your engagement chart, right? Strike beats throw beats defend beats strike. And so everything works on this rock, paper, scissors. So you roll your d6s to figure out what you're able to do. And then you basically apply your d4, your 1, 2, 3, 4 strike, defend, block, or special attack. And you do a rock, paper, scissors comparison. So I don't know. I love this idea. And I think this actually works really well. First of all, from a design perspective, like when I was going through and making this, I was like, guys, how the hell am I gonna test this about? Like, I can't just like drag Mrs. MKL out of work, or like from whatever she's doing to be like, come on, test the game with me right now, right? So one of the great things about all of this being dice-based is that I can actually randomize a second player. So one of the things I really want to do is create a one-player rule set for this, where by just rolling randomly for the other player, you can get the effect of a random AI, right? But like this idea of your dice being your lever, and then you have a D4 being your action button, right? Which is your face buttons on your controller. So it's like, what are you doing? What are your options? What can you do at any given time based on your character? And then, you know, outwitting your opponent in those exchanges, those neutral exchanges. So I wanted all of this, right? Where you're trying to read your opponent. Are they going to defend? Are they going to throw? What should I be doing? What are my options? What are their options? All of this is happening. If you see here, right? Like, all of this is happening in plain view, and it all happens simultaneously, right? So much like you can look over and be like, what is my opponent doing with their lever? Are they buffering for Dragon Punch? You can now, right, look over and be like, what is their dice selection? What are they holding? What are they not holding? You might not know. Someone might get, you know, a 236 input and then not use super even though they have their meter, much like that might be the case in a fighting game. But you know that they're buffering super, but are they going to do something else? Right? So that whole idea of like managing your mental stack, managing your options simultaneously while your opponent does, and then like pitting your choices against each other is the whole loop of the game, right? But like I had a really fun time going through this and like creating a little combat system. You can see people have special abilities like chip damage, strike invulnerability, meter drain. There's the ability to do combos. So yeah, I tried to pull in as many of these components of fighting games, and have them represented some way through these tabletop mechanics. Yes, waiting for the polyhedral pummel tier list for sure. And yes, absolutely, Andrew. That is 100% one of the things that I've tried to do. And a lot of the questions I have received have been about that, where they're like, oh, but could I do this with the dice? And I'm like, yeah, I've tried to keep it to be more of a basic system of just the RPS between the choices. And then I want to be able to give people abilities that interact with the dice in different ways. And so one of the things that I have done to that end, we'll bring up one of the character cards right now. Yes, yeah, so like being able to destroy or remove dice of a certain number, for example. So yeah, here's a closer look at the character cards. And you can see Dio, who, you know, used to be called Ron, but then got locked away with some Tekken and KOF games in a box somewhere. And then came out of it a changed man. Now goes by Dio, and has, you know, an axe kick, a Daretsuken, of course, the electric rolling dice fist, I mean, as a dice would have, and die 100 dice. Excuse me. And so one of the ways that I wanted people to be able to interact with these dice is, like, so if you look at the electric rolling dice fist, I have this ability called Just Frame. Yeah, adopted by the Mishima family, exactly, Warthog. But they have a just frame, right? And so what you can do is when you're rolling your dice, you obviously can get a motion input and assign it to your lever input. But failing that, or if you want to build resources, you have the ability to build meter. And if you set a pair of dice into any of these meter build slots in the track, at the end of your turn, you will gain extra meter, right? Giving you more, you know, options going forward, because all of the attacks here have a like 3/2 and X/Y format. For damage dealt and meter required to perform, right? So the electric rolling dice fist, if instead of using a pair to meter build, you spend a pair of dice to do the just frame version of the electric rolling dice fist, you will gain not only armor but extra damage. right? And so this is like, yeah, how can I use my dice? What are the fundamental ways you use your dice? You apply them to the lever track or you apply them to the meter track, right? And it's like, how do you subvert that, right? And it's like, going down the line, yeah, are there characters that could enter, maybe there's a trickster character, right, who can obfuscate the dice that you see. So one of your dice, you're unable to hold it, or you don't get to see it. You have to roll it blind. Whatever the case may be, you can ways to alter the flow of combat. And once again, the interesting thing from a design point of view for me is how can I represent what you would be doing in fighting games with that subversion, but in a tabletop atmosphere, right? And so like the idea of getting the perfect just frame, and then the idea of being able to get because mind you, right, the electric rolling dice fist is a 6-5-2-3 motion. So you have 6-5-2-3, that's 4 inputs. You can only get that and a pair to have anything meaningful, right? So getting the perfect 6 dice fill out is a great parallel in my mind to getting the just frame input, right? And then you have to sacrifice what would otherwise be meter build, right? But it's using the pairs of the meter build mechanic in an alternative way. So there's that like connection, right? But yeah, no, it's about for me, it's about like looking at what do fighting games do, and then what do tabletop games do, and where can you have a good representation of one with the other, right? And so for me, I love rolling dice, I love fighting games. The dice having pips that can easily represent motion inputs made the most sense to me. So that's kind of the direction I ran in, right? And then getting to build a couple characters, and I saw other people who were like, "Shit, I wanted to make more characters for my game," and it's like me too. I wanted 5 characters realistically, but like between the design work required and the graphic design work required, plus the character design work required, plus making sure you really want to get the core system functional, that was the most important thing. And I think that's also why I didn't explore some of these like alternate ways to mess with the dice, because you're more likely to break that, I feel, when you start introducing all these like related mechanics and related ways to mess with it. So kept it simple for now, but like that is absolutely something I would like to expand on, right? I think it's also interesting, there is... let me go. So yeah, if we want to take a look at what else is in the Versus Game Jam. Mohas Gridlock put out something called High Noon at the Stranger's Saloon, which is a miniature-based combat and train robbery kind of like game. It's interesting. I really like the theming on it. It's cool. I'm glad that it's using minis. That's always fun. Another one from Mythic Warthog here. Beneath the Stars Tabletop Brawl. Battles Beneath the Stars, sorry, Tabletop Brawls. Also looking at fighting games in an interesting way, but instead of going so I went dice and motion inputs, and they instead with Battle Beneath the Stars went for platform fighters and hex-based mobility stuff. So there's these big hex grids. You have move sets which can move people around, and you want to pop them off of the grid to hit the blast zone in Smash Brothers and KO them. So it's a really interesting look at how do you once again, what is the interpretation of fighting games into tabletop format. Hex grid and positioning makes a lot of sense. That's a big thing in a lot of tabletop games. I know D&D players who are all about the grid-based combat. That is what they crave. And then looking at it as, you can have elevation in these hex grids, you can have moves which have knockback, you can mitigate the knockback with a die in this game, which is represents DI, or directional influence. I mean, that is just such a cool way to interpret interpret traditional fighting games in this tabletop format, pen and paper format, right? And I think it's interesting. Like I have players of D&D who I've DM'd who love rolling their dice and love games like zombie dice, right? Just so that because they can roll dice and it feels good. So I think they would dig something like Polyhedral Pummel. Whereas I have a friend who's all about the grid-based combat, and they want to do the math, and they want to figure out exactly their spell radius, and they love like being able to manipulate opponents in combat in D&D, and I think they would really love Battle Beneath the Stars, where they just get to be like, yo, it's so combat focused, because like they like the, obviously these players like role play as well, but sometimes you just want the combat, right? And it's like, man, being able to hop into a game and get that satisfying D&D tactical combat, but in this like interesting fighting game hex grid way, that's super cool. Yeah, Andrew, 100%. Setting up a tabletop simulator or Tabletopia version of this game is something I would like to do. I had both Andrea and D-Hamster in the Discord as well, who were like, I could probably do, because like, Andrea being like, I could probably put something together for this in Godot, and then D-Hamster being like, you know, Mega Knockdown's engine could actually probably handle this. Which I think would be freaking amazing. But those guys, they are busy enough in their own right, and like, yo, it's not something I'm gonna put on their plate, but it's something that would be phenomenal to see one of our games from this jam end up made in either the Mega Knockdown engine or in something that like Andrea D puts together in Godot. Ah, thank you, Punk, for linking it. Yes. There is, yeah, Ready, Set, Knockout. A game where you don't want to blow up. And then there was another one. Here we are. Tip the Power Scales. Trumpet Zorua. Right, so yeah, Goggles for Glasses making Ready, Set, Knockout. The only actual traditional 2D fighting game like video game to be submitted, which I found very interesting. Right, but then another one, which is not, once again, this jam wasn't supposed to necessarily be a fighting game jam. This is just the direction a lot of the people in, you know, the Digital Basement Discord went. But like Trumpet Zorua putting together Tip the Power Scales, right? A simple game about power scaling in like fandom tier list arguments, or like power scaling in media, right? So there are other ways that, like, yeah, you can have a back and forth of my character does this, mine is this, my power level's that, yours is that, right? And just have that like community discussion distilled down to a versus game. I love that. I absolutely do. Making you wish you had done tabletop game. I know, well, right? It's, yo, Steamy, it's so cool. Like, as soon as, it's because I'm like me as a person, I do not have the skill set to be able to make a video game in a weekend. I'm not, even with some of the more accessible tools out there, I'm not equipped to do that. I wouldn't feel comfortable. But I did feel comfortable doing this because, like I said, I have a bit of a history doing tabletop design insofar as I'm a dungeon master for various tabletop games, right? Primarily D&D. So like, I was like, yeah, that's enough in my wheelhouse that I could put something together, right? And yeah, just the space of tabletop is so fundamentally different, but there are all these interesting parallels. It's such like a fertile ground, right? And also, like, for me, one of the reasons I went with dice is because so many of the fighting game tabletop games are fighting game card games, which I think, I mentioned this in the Discord, cards are probably more versatile long term if you want like complex interconnected systems. But there's something about using dice instead of cards that I think is gonna, for me, brought out something different in terms of how fighting games are represented in tabletop, which was super fun. It's such an interesting just like thought experiment, even just to like revel in. Yeah, and you're right, Warthog. Tip the Power Scales does feel like it's something that could be played over a Discord call. Ooh, was there a Final Fantasy one from a tabletop game from Sage? That is cool. I'm gonna have to check that out. And yeah, you're right. Between the Frog Crew Jam and this one, like, I love this idea of communities getting together, even on small scale. Just like, right? We had a handful of submissions here. We had a couple people who wished they could join but couldn't. But like, yeah, explore some of these ideas, right? And maybe something will come from it. Like, I would love to actually make a video game one day. And man, maybe exploring some of these ideas in tabletop format is a way for me to, test some of that out before getting to the stage where I'm ready to do that, right? Or maybe one of these ideas will inspire people to get together and say, shit, we can make a video game if we put our talents together. So yeah, making a fighting game over a weekend is tough, even for someone with a lot of experience. Right? Yeah, you didn't get any sleep and only managed to make the one character. I mean, that's exactly it. You're just like, oh shit. I made sure, like, I probably could have pushed harder. I went to family dinner last night though. I was like, I am happy with what I have made. I am proud of myself. And I think everyone who submitted and everyone who even just like, contributed should be proud of themselves. Like, it was a great atmosphere. I always appreciated being able to go into the channel, in the Discord and just be like, this is what's going on, and everyone like, yeah man, and right, you get little progress updates, people sharing tips. Almost done with the TTS setup. It's literally just 3 components. Well, no, this is it. So like, I once again, right, I tried to keep it relatively simple in terms of components. So yeah, I think that's why D-Hamster said it could work in the Mega Knockdown engine, because right, it's Mega Knockdown is also simultaneous and you're selecting from a list of options, instead of, right, it's really just the roll and hold mechanic that you have to do, which for anyone interested for trying this out and you don't have like 29 dice, because yes, I understand that it's a lot of dice, right? Like if you want to play 2 characters in this game, right, you need, what is it, 12d6, 4d20, 5d20, yeah, 12d6, 5d20, and 2d4. Like, that's a lot of dice. Like, I have dice, so I can do that, but not everyone can, right? But thankfully, the built-in Google dice roller, you can basically do roll and hold, right? Where you roll 6 dice, anything you want to hold, you don't touch. Anything that you want to re-roll, you get rid of, and you click the D6 again, and it'll add more D6s, right? So you're able to do that just with Google, which makes a huge difference in terms of people being able to play these kinds of things. But yeah, so like setting something like that up in Tabletop Simulator is probably not going to be a huge stretch. I'm not familiar with TTS or Tabletopia, so I've looked at Tabletopia, and I'm sure I could do it, but I just haven't gone through the process, right? Yeah, only one character. You're right, Grav. Yo, making any character at all, making anything at all is really nice. Like, been dreaming of making Battles Beneath the Stars an actual video game for years. Oh, dude, that's so cool, man. That's so cool, Warthog. And I'm glad that you're able to kind of like explore the ideas within a tabletop format, right? Yeah, no, I'm super stoked. That's awesome. Cool. Yeah, Final Fantasy TTRPG The Legend. I think it had a one-off and preset character sheets. Interesting. Interesting, like an actual proper TTRPG too, as opposed to just like a character combat duel kind of thing. But no, we do. We need to, especially if we can get some of these set up in Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia. I would love to play some of these games against other people, and stream it, right? Like that would be fantastic to be able to kind of show these games off to people, and as well check out Ready Set Knockout. I'm not prepped for it today. We're gonna take a look at a couple other things, but right, but like make a day of it. Maybe take a look at versus Tag Shuffle, I think that is long overdue on this channel. We need to get Mohast on to talk about VTS. Okay, it's done. Seriously, did you seriously? If you make this work, I'm gonna have to check this out tonight, dude. If you made this work. That's so funny. Fucking, yo, shoutouts to resourceful people. That's all I gotta say. But no, this was so cool. Once again, I really appreciate Vengeful Calamari for bringing this, for being like, yo, I think people here will enjoy this, because I genuinely did. I had a great time. The link's in chat. Make sure to check out these games. I would love to be able to do this. To do this again and explore some of these ideas, you know, in the future. Oh boy. All right. Yo, the tunes we got in the background here are actually from Vengeful Calamari's game, Super Fighting Ultra. Which I think we should pop into. I got Super Fighting Ultra on deck. I got Sakura Clash on deck, a demo from the 2024 Sage demo of Sakura Clash. This is like a Neo Geo Pocket Fighter Ikemen game. Or Neo Geo Pocket Fighter styled Ikemen game. But like wholly original cast, really cool characters. They've been working on. I discovered Sakura Clash a couple years ago, and I'm excited to see what they have. There's a bunch of other stuff going on at the Sage Expo as well that I highly recommend everyone check out. People mention Final Fantasy TTRPG, but a handful of fighting games out there. There is someone made a variable Geo cross Asuka 120% like fan fighting game in Mugen, and I was like, wait, really? And so it's like a crossover game where they updated movesets and expanded movesets, and like you have different systems for the two different styles of games. Might have to check that one out too at some point. I'm recommending it to everyone because we don't know when the Internet Archive is going to be taken up back and shot. So I highly recommend everybody go to the Internet Archive and find whatever old abandonware that you can get your hands on. I went and downloaded basically every single game tagged 2D Fighter Maker, just for good measure. And I have like a freaking archive now of 2D Fighter Maker games. But yeah, man, I don't know if y'all have heard, but like the Internet Archive losing their lawsuit, or losing their appeal, to be able to act as a digital library, which no one else is really doing in any meaningful form, is such a freaking shame. So, who knows when that stuff's gonna go away? So go find it. I mean, like I discovered, like I was able to get Monster from 8108 Graphics from there. I was able to get a whole bunch of 2D Fighter Maker games that I wouldn't have found. I found a whole bunch of all the Retsuzan games that I played were really thanks to Internet Archive. You don't know what's going to be gone until it's gone, and once it's gone, you can't find it. So just fucking start downloading shit, man. With like especially if you're into fighting games, like just with the fighting game tag, with the Dojin game tag. There's a whole bunch of stuff there that we might lose out on. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that I actually came across that I was like, how did I not know this exists? Like a game called Gunpei, which if we have enough time, I might actually throw on Gunpei today, because this game looks freaking gorgeous, and I cannot believe I've never seen anybody talk about it. I know, right? That's it. It's like if we lose the archive, hopefully that collection of FGC stuff will be able to be supplemented by people in the community, but it's super sad and there's no guarantee, right? I mean, we have pockets of people doing what they can. There's the new 2D Fighter Maker archive Discord, which is going to great lengths to like archive and share not only knowledge about the engine and how to develop for it, but about all the different games that are on it, and they're trying to save versions of those games. So that is an avenue for at least the 2D Fighter Maker stuff. And like, I have done some submissions to that archive, so that's why I was like, look, I'm just gonna grab everything I can find, even if I don't know what the hell it is, and go from there, right? Oh yeah, Steamy. That's so sad, right? Like, yeah, you planned out and you modeled the 4 characters and you got the one out and you're like, but what if? And this is the great thing. The project's not gone, right? Just because the jam is over doesn't mean it has to stop. Right? And I said it earlier on where I'm like, yo, the game jam actually, the atmosphere for it is good for my hyperfixation, where if I'm into it, I can dedicate the mental energy to do it in for a very relatively short period of time. I can do a lot of work in a short period of time, if my hyperfixation kicks in. And so now it's like, can I maintain steam and the desire and the will to work on it going forward without that hyperfixation? But I don't have to stop. Like, there's nothing that's now that the jam is done where you're like, nope, never allowed to touch it again, right? And if you have that there sitting that, and it's like that question's in the back of your head. Yeah, I did. Yeah, Warthog, I did absolutely the same, where I labeled mine prototype as well. You're right. I think that's the way to go. Right? Because, yeah, leave it open for refinement and expansion. I think, like I said, the way polyhedral pommel works, like being able to randomize stuff with the dice for the second player, meant that I was able to at least get through the entirety of the process and encounter scenarios that I might not have necessarily thought up or listed myself to go through, just as a matter of course of coming through, just by rolling the dice and having random combinations happen, right? Because it makes sense, where I decide first and I have no information as to what the opponent is doing. So I make my decision in a vacuum. And then you randomly roll, and then like, shit, man, like I just at that point I'm like, I rolled my my action die. And whatever it lands on, if it lands on special, I just try to roll d6s to get whatever the best option I would do at that point in time. So it's not purely random, right? There is some thought on my part there. But it's kind of like the first logical step that you would do. And if I just have like an attack, then great. I let the attack roll and I try to build meter, because that's kind of the most basic option to do. So, but no, it means that, yeah, I could actually like figure some of those things out, but all of the like true balancing stuff, like how other people will use these tools in ways I didn't think of, I need people to play it. And I would love to do a pass of that to make sure the numbers make sense. At the very least. So like at a bare minimum, I want to do that. And then I really do want to finalize a proper single player thing, where a way to actually randomize it so that there's no decision making on the solo player's part, so that they're not playing against themselves and instead the randomization is playing against them. I think I can fine tune a way to do that, but there's those couple of revisions I think would make it a much better experience. And then who knows, like maybe I do find an artist friend. I mean, like I wanted to, unfortunately, my artist friend, Damien's Dragons, he's starring in a play this month, so he's at rehearsals and performances, so he wasn't there. But usually I would just have this dude over for the weekend and be like, you make art, make Dice Man art fighting, and I'll make the game, right? And like, I don't know, I would love to be able to do that. I've always had pie in the sky ideas since I was a kid about being able to be a game maker, right? So why the fuck not? We're all able to do it. Look at fucking five games were made in the span of, 72 hours, and they're out there and people can play them now. So why not work on anything else, right? Yeah, why not, Warthog? Finish the first need to finish the battles beat the star web serial. Once you have the whole picture, then you make the game. I respect it. All right, yo, that was dope. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone for joining in. Like I said, Vengeful Calamari for bringing it to us. I had a great time in the Versus Game Jam, and maybe we'll do another one again soon in the Digital Basement, right? Maybe we'll see what gets kicking. I know, like, Andrea wanted to do some stuff but wasn't able to. I know some other people had some ideas and were like, oh, I should have gotten in on this. So yeah, I mean, next time, right? Handful more people, some more in-depth discussion, some more exchanges of ideas. Can't wait. But yo, in the meantime, friends, I'm gonna grab a little drink. I'm gonna take a quick little break, and then we're gonna come back and play some games, man. We're gonna play Super Fighting Ultra, which is Vengeful Calamari's own fighting game. Then we got Sakura Clash from the Sage 2024 Expo, and maybe some Gunpei, an amazing-looking 2D Fighter Maker game that I came across on the Internet Archive. But stay with me, friends. Take a little stretch break, stay hydrated, and we will be right back. What is up, friends? We are back, hanging out for Niche Fighter Monday. Hope everyone is doing well. I do love that Chun-Li transition. I might need to spruce it up with some effects. Maybe I need some fireball effects around the mat. I don't know. These are the things I think about, man. Every time I come back from a break, I'm always just like, Should tweak that transition. Yo, yeah, thank you once again. Yo, Punk, thank you for the raid earlier on. I appreciate it. I may have neglected to give you your proper thanks for that. But Monkey King versus Transformers, oh my god, it got a patch? It got an update? My dude, like... Bless developers making the shit that they make, man. And it's worse. It is such, that is like, yo, if y'all haven't seen, go check out Punk stuff on Monkey King versus Transformers. It is an absolute, like, fever dream of a video game. It is so wild. I don't know how Punk does it. They always manage to find the stuff. And that's my question, right? How could something with Monkey King versus Transformers possibly be bad? And yet, just you chilling at the bottom of the barrel. It's like playing Barrel of Monkeys. You get everyone out, and it's just like Punk at the bottom, in the corner, trying to stay away from that last hooked arm of a monkey, being like, no, the Monkey King is down here. You don't get it. No, what has happened? Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, it's either the best stuff or the absolute most questionable stuff imaginable. I don't know how you do it. Yeah, man, so yeah, this is Super Fighting Ultra, which is a great game with great tunes, but it's gotten better. You can if you just search for Super Fighting Ultra these days, it will bring up the game's itch page. When I first discovered it, that was not the case, man. This was one of the, like, trolling through the dredges of itch.io and then stumbling across this little gem, right? So yeah, I think when we started, there was only 4 characters available, right? And we're up to 7 now. Yeah, we gotta think, because that's it. And it's like, yo, it's a funny name. I like it. It makes sense. It works for like a fighting game community of someone in the know relatively with fighting games. Totally makes sense. The SEO is bad on it though, man. Like, that's the problem. Okay, and for real, Nocturne was... Oh, hang on a sec. We gotta get my favorite color palette. Boom. We got that Punk in a fighting game, man. Did you know, Punk, that you're already in a game? So, Blue Nocturne is where it's at. Alright, it's a 3-button fighting game. You have light, medium, and heavy. Light and medium for throw. You have 3 little bars, and you have a series of special moves. So, our friend Nocturne here is a Rekka character. Oh, the worst super in 3S. What's up, Safety Man? And so Nocturne's Rekkas, actually, they're all different. So you can do quarter circle forward and just lights, and you will get all these down slashes, which will knock down. But you have mids, which will knock away, and your heavy will swing up and do a little launch, right? And you can actually change between them. So medium, and then upper, right? And so you can go between any of them to get whatever effect you want at any given time. Right, Dark Fire. He's got a Fireball. There are also, of course, EX moves. What's, safety, man. It is, Alda is Sector. So Alda is a character I haven't actually played, and I'm intrigued by them. But I just wanted to go over the basics with Nocturne here, who is a character that I actually play on occasion. So yeah, has this Fireball, right? And there's a basic, like, chain system. So, right, standing to crouching lights, and then into mediums, right? So stand light, crouch medium, because my stand medium launches. And then I should be able to go, into stand heavy. And then your basic cancel system. Normal chain, light to heavy, into special, into super. Which is what? Quarter circle, double quarter circle, forward, 3 punch. Yeah, and it's the pillar here. Never pick the chain unless you have enough meter for super. Right, and then like his jump medium kick very clearly, like, you wanna cross up button. We are not ambiguous as to what your cross up button is. Just and then, right, he's got in the air, straight, diagonal, and directly down, which, it's rare to see a cross-up button like this, right? I'm trying to get, I want the cross-up jump. I think the inputs are all messed. Oh, there you go. Right? Those angles. But, like, I want that. I want that to work as a 2-hit cross-up. Can you do it? Like, if you land directly on top of their head. See, the thing is, I don't even know what side I'm on. Right? But yeah, these angles, like, super annoying, right? And can you... so you can't really TK it, right? But you can do it on the way down. Like, for real though, I don't know. How often do you get a literally directly down fireball? It should TK? Because it's quarter circle back, right? Ah, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's still about, like, right? I can't seem to get it to get, like, much lower than that. But, I mean, with the diagonal one and the down one. Also, thank you for that on the... Oh, that's good, though. That's good. Are you coming in? It got strong gunner vibes, right? Oh my god, this is way more Soul Fist than I anticipated. Oh, you can only have one air fireball out at a time, though. Oh. Or perhaps I'm just off on the... Yeah, I think it has to be destroyed by the ground, right? Because otherwise, that... And then... Granted, you can still do... Oh no, never mind. I'm wrong. I stand corrected. Damn it. All right. Well, that's good to know. Right, and yo, and this fireball's fast too. Apparently, easily with the EX. And the EX is multi-hit too, man, so... Right? It's dangerous. But look, okay, so I played a little bit with Agent Zero when they came out, but I haven't really tried Alda, and Casey is relatively new. I think came out earlier on this year. And of course, the mandatory volcano stage. Ooh, we got stretchy limbs, right? Oh shit, that's just straight up. Oh god, alright, alright. Quarter circle forward. Needs an infinite guitar riff, you're absolutely right, Safety. Oh, small. Oh shit, did I try Alda out? Oh shit, right. Fucking missiles. Yo, and the tracking one? Quarter circle forward, quarter circle back. Oh, get out of Dodge. Can hold missiles. Wait. Are you for real? For how long? Forever? Oh my god. Are you serious? Can you stack them? Oh my god. And it doesn't count as a cancel? It just happens on negative edge? Oh no. Oh no. Okay, okay, they'll disappear when hit. All right. Do I have? I don't think I have 2P control set. Oh, that's so good though, man. Are you kidding me? Oh, so those icons above your character are actually a charge indicator. So that, like, because there are charge characters in the game, so holding down lets you know when you've achieved charge, and same thing on holding back. Yeah, I really love that. So it's only, I don't know if you can turn it on during matches, but it just happens and exists in training mode, which is an amazing training mode feature at the very least. But like, I love when these kind of indicators appear in games, right? Like Murphite uses the glow on either fists or feet to indicate back charge and down charge in their game, and like the character model physically glows, so it lets you know. Also, worth noting, it doesn't, right? So it doesn't give up charge immediately. So like, I'm moving forward and I'm maintaining charge this whole time. So it's like, it's lenient enough of a buffer on giving up your charge that you can do stuff like that, which is really nice for like, for when you need to be calculating with a charge character to be able to do that, right? Yep. Yeah. Don't need to partition, right? And so like, and it makes total sense. Right? And it's enough, like, you can't take too much of a step forward, but it's enough that if you're paying attention, you can actually maintain that kind of charge and change positioning. Yo, the head stretch on this is so good too, right? But yo, like, Alda is very slow. Like, floaty jump, slow walking, really committal backdash, because it's not cancelable into anything. But like, has a literal second hit of their stand H does hit full screen. Oh god, that's some nasty keep away though, eh? Okay, let's roll a couple matches. I'm gonna pick Casey to see what they're all about. What do we got? Okay, batter up, sucker punch, and a parry. Okay, literal bat. All right. Ooh. Oh, he's got snappy dashes. All right. And look at this run. Ooh, it's a pummel grab? All right. Okay, so half circle back attack is a pommel grab. Oh, damn, that's a long stun, though. Oh, I gotta start mashing that faster. Yo, can I for real combo off of that? Oh, yo, I can, can't I? You can combo out of the heavy and the medium. Okay, and so can Casey Beauregard here actually combo into grabs like their Bizarro World cousins in the SNK universe? Oh god. Oh god, you can... Okay, yes, but it puts you in neutral. Oh, that's cool. I like that. What's up, LSL? Am I open to playing early and preview games? Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely am. That's kind of my jam. I guess, are you a developer? Oh yeah, I see there, yeah. So you really don't get the same stun on that. That's super cool though. Yeah, if you're like a dev who wants to chat about me covering one of your games, I have a business email in YouTube as well as Twitch and on Twitter. Close to having a playable prototype and you're looking for testers. I mean, absolutely. Reach out to me. Like I said, I'm there. And I'm also Twitter DMs, Discord, all that good stuff. And happy to talk about it. I always love being able to support indie devs however I can. So yeah, drop me a line and we'll chat. Okay, I gotta see how this parry. Whoa! Okay, are all the parries the same? Oh god damn. Oh yo, sorry, I didn't realize his jump light was the flutter kick. Yo! Oh, I wish there was... Because that was the super, right? Throwing the bat at them? I wish there was a little bit more oomph in that. I don't know if it's because it felt like it was like... it happened fast. Like, Casey is already super snappy, but yeah, so it would have been really nice to have a bit more oomph on that. Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad you know what I'm saying, Calamari. But like, it's funny. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, that does sound like a silly suggestion. I don't know, make the super more supery. But that is basically what I am saying. Yes. Yeah, I'm trying. I want to hit it again just to get a better feel for what it's like. Oh damn, it's 2 bars. Right? Half circle back forward. Ah, I missed it. Oh, yo! Okay, that's cool. You can actually, yeah, you can get the full jump in off of the medium command grab. Oh, that's super nice. Dude, I like this character. I'm usually not fantastic with the parries, is my only thing. I feel like I usually get more heat from using them than benefit, but just for me as a player. I've always needed to work parries and counters into my game plan a little more. Oh, nice! Okay, so the mash medium follow-up will actually get you a bit of extra height on a juggle. Parry is like a 5-frame window, so it can be really hard to land outside of wake up. Oh, okay, well that's good to know at least. Okay, that's good to know that it has about that window. So yeah, maybe focus on using it on wake up primarily. All right, cool. Can't quite get the heavy after this, the knockback on the medium bat. That would have been nice, but no, that's fine. Oh, dang. Okay. I don't know if that was the slowdown from the KO, but that definitely felt a little bit better in terms of the superiness of the super. I mean, it's funny, like, conveying impact in fighting games, obviously very important. But like, a lot of the ways that you do it, whether it be screen shake or, hit stop or whatever the case may be, can actually bother some players, right? Like, I see the too much screen shake complaint a lot from fighting game players. It's really not a thing here, in my opinion. But ooh. So I'm always curious what like other ways developers might use to convey that kind of impact, right? Oh, yes. Okay, I don't need the jump in off the medium bat because you can just dash in. Get some Agent Zero on the screen. Oh, this is good, man. I need to... I need to bring this out to the locals, dude. Yo-ho-ho! Grabbing the limbs, though. Okay, Agent Zero, simmer down. Yo, we could absolutely do a Chunky Pixel Fighter showcase. It would totally work. Dude, does he start the round as an Amogus? Is that what you've done here? Oh, Jesus. Gonna beat you back. Oh, man. That's so good. I'm telling you, like, I see characters like this, and I'm like, man, players smarter than myself are gonna have a field day. Like, it's one of those things, right? Like, I'm always like, I'm smart enough to see the potential of this. I'm not smart enough to use it. Yep. Oh, I got hit. Oh, dang. Oh, still hasn't reached the station. Will it ever? The question is, will it ever? I love that you can combo. Can you combo medium to medium? No, was that just light to medium? Because, like, what do you need? Like, as Alda, you need a good little, like, push-out combo, right? Oh, see? Okay, not to crouch. Oh my god. Nope. Oh, I got jumped in on. Oh. Why does that hit from behind? Is the World Tour mode in SF6? Yep. Never ends. Get gone. This is the you're not gonna want to play this game character. And I mean that in the best way possible, right? But like, this is like, do you? I don't know about y'all, man. Like, I remember when I faced we had a really strong Dulcim player. We had a couple strong Dulcim players, actually. But like, yo, Safety Man will know. Like, Safety Man probably saw first-time Street Fighter 4 players come in and have to face Shane in like any fucking matchup in that game, but against his Dulcim, and we're just like, I never want you're not allowed to play. feel like Aldo will do this to people. They gave you Hakan. Oh, that's so good, man. Do I? Yeah, Sim is much slower. Yeah, right? No, I said, like, Alda is slow, but... Yeah, I think Sim is comparatively slower. I'm not even having to think about using my bar at this point, right? What does... That's a good question. What does Alda's bar do for them? Ooh, okay. Probably reliable reversal. And then what do we get? Yeah, the homing. And the super is basically a mini bot that shoots one of those on like random intervals or certain intervals. All right, yeah, let's see what they've got on deck. And, oh, Setsuka's also another interesting character, one I enjoy playing around with. Yo, we have lost. We have gone no single. It's official. So, bull rush, charge down, forward, get down here is the half circle back. Right, it's the grab. Oh God, yes. It's funny. You said Agent Zero gives you Seth vibes. Really, it's more like Clark from KOF. Maybe some Abel. I want to go to... Agent Zero had some silly, damaging combos. Let me go to training mode just to show y'all for a sec. What was it? Yes, okay, so you can get the kick. Because kick into the EX Dragon Punch. Oh no, sorry. Half circle. We get the ground bounce. It's not universal LSL, so Agent Zero has 2 special moves and a super, so does Natalie. Other characters have more, or like aerial versions and such. But as far as I know, it's at least 2 and then 1 super per character. But Vengeful Calamari can confirm. but I believe here, right? Yeah. 6 on average plus unique normals, because you have 3 attack buttons, light, medium, and heavy, and then standing and crouching. But there are also, like, back heavy is a unique attack. But I usually at least 6. Cobra Rumble's from Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, you can get it. I don't know if you can get it out of a hit confirm. Okay, a jab hit confirm, stand medium, launcher. Whoops, I'm not doing half circles there, that's why. Okay, I know that you could only do 3 because you can't get more meter, but still, dudes, so good. Right? As a B&B, jump in, jab, medium, half circle back, or sorry, back heavy, and then half circle back. Right, down, back charge. Can you actually connect all that? Do you have enough time to go from... Yes, you do. Nice. This game is called Super Fighting Ultra. It is from Vengeful Calamari. I will get y'all a link. And no air blocking? Question mark? But yo, there is like input recording for in training mode. It's got some, like, this game does a lot of really cool stuff. I am surprised more people in the niche fighting game scene don't talk about it. And I mean, I guess I am guilty of not talking about it in a long while now, right? Like 2 whole ass characters came out, and I really hadn't given it its proper shake in that time. But it's cool, man. Like, a fairly like recognizable combo system in the way that it works. But you're not worrying about 1-frame links all the time or anything like that. Just some good old-fashioned combos. Oh, dang. Oh, you don't even need the back kick. Because stand heavy kick actually puts them in an airborne state. Even better. Oh, hot dang. It's good times, friends. Good times. I highly recommend y'all go check out Super Fighting Ultra. Whew. All right, we've been at it for a bit. I think it's time for another quick little break. Grab yourselves a drink, hydration break, take a stretch break. I need to stretch out my old man back before I cramp up here in the chair in the basement. We're gonna take a little bit of a break. Shoutouts to Vengeful Calamari for their game, obviously, but also for running the Versus Game Jam, which just took place this past weekend. It was super fun. I thought we made some cool stuff during it, and I want to see who's gonna fill out this last character slot in Super Fighting Ultra. This is gonna be cool because seriously, some of the characters in this game are wild. Like Alda has me scared now after a little bit of experimentation and thought. Oh man, some big ass damage. Like Agent Zero's always had big ass damage. It's a cool like grappler archetype where, you know, it's the combo grappler is always something that I appreciate for sure. And yeah, no, you're absolutely welcome. I'm happy to show off the game and encourage others to check it out. All right, friends, settle on in. We got more niche fighting games coming at ya for Niche Fighter Monday here in just a couple minutes. But take a little bit of a break, and I will be back in just one or two, and we're going to play some Sakura Clash, the Sage 2024 demo of Sakura Clash, to be precise. So that's going to be fun. Neo Geo Pocket Fighter's coming right up. I'll see you in a minute. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I'm, of course, Mr. MKL. We are hanging out in the digital basement. Have a seat. We've got pillows and blankets on the couch if that's your thing. We've got, you know, tea and cocoa if you need it. All the good things. Also some fun games and good friends. So, you know, welcome as always. Appreciate y'all being here. Yo, as I get this next game set up, let me just give the, you know, the weekly spiel of spend your Bezos bucks, friends. Make sure that Jeff Bezos and Amazon doesn't keep those Twitch Prime subs or collect interest on your bits. Make sure you're dropping them on someone's amazing stream. You know, there are so many great artists and creators out there on Twitch. And we've got these Prime subs and these bits oftentimes just sitting there on our account. It just dawned on me that I have like 1,000 bits in my fucking account that I haven't spent in months. And so I'm like, next time I go into someone's stream, I'm just like, bop, bop. You've done something awesome. Have 100 bits, man. You deserve it. You're doing great shit. So make sure, whatever happens, just make sure that it's going to an amazing creator and not sitting and like funding the next ridiculous rocket ship to Mars or whatever the hell happens, right? Do I have it? There is also a shower in the basement. Depending on how desperate you are, we also have a hose outside. I mean, I'm just saying. Alrighty, let's go, man. The Sonic Amateur Games Expo. This is an event that, to my understanding, started as a Sonic Amateur Games Expo. Sonic fan games, man. There's a huge legacy of Sonic fan games and Sonic fan art and the fandom. It has gone through like 9 different generations at this point. Honestly, the Sonic the Hedgehog fandom is something that is quite hilarious to me, actually, because depending on how old you are and what your point of reference is, you either like love or hate some version of Sonic that someone else loves or hates. The original Genesis Sonic games, that's me. I see Sonic Adventure and I'm like, I don't get it. Other people see Sonic Blast and are like, that is the quintessential Sonic game. And I am like, what in heavens are you talking about, right? So Sonic is for everyone and for no one at the same time. It's a really interesting thing. Sakura. But the Sonic Amateur Games Expo, I mean, it's an interesting thing that, like, I didn't pay attention to it because I'm like, yeah, I like Sonic, I like some fan games, but that's not really my milieu. But then I realized that, no, there's a ton of indie games and just, like, amateur games being showcased at Sage. And one of them that I discovered a couple years ago was Sakura Clash. And they have just continued to add characters. And now I am scared about what's possible because the things that people do with Mugen, oh my god. But all those Sonic fan games never finish. Okay, that is absolutely the thing for me too, man. Like, I love them. I love that you're doing stuff. Some of these games, I realize they date back to like 2015. These have been like 9-year perpetual projects for people, which is cool. Like if you just want to spend your hobby time making a fan game and updating it, that's amazing, right? But like I see the Sakura Clash people and I'm like, guys, you could do stuff. And there are some like really great indie games that have come out of Sage, including like Detective Brock and I'm pretty sure Berserk Boy came out of this, right? Like oh, what was it? The what is that freaking meme game? The Pizza Runners Dungeon Poppy's Pizza Place. What the hell is that pizza game that everyone is obsessed about? I'm pretty sure that came out of Sage. Right? But that's it. It's like some of these things are like wholesale unique creations not using anybody else's IP and could be made into their own commercial games, but not everybody wants to do that, and that's fair. But like I think like some of these developers, if they wanted to go that route, they absolutely could. All right. Lily the dealer? Wait a second. I think I knew her in high school.
The deadly words begins. Round 1. No mercy.
Pizza Tower, thank you. Yes, yes, that is what it is. Oh boy, okay. What is this? Is she like... She's everything. Okay, so this is her role. First of all, right? It's a Neo Geo Pocket Color style game. So everyone, it's 4 buttons: light and heavy punch, light and heavy kick. She's got the Lord Raptor kick. She's got the Shenko. What is happening here? She's got the Mega Man Mega Fist, like... You just know your main when you see him sometimes. Immediately, I'm enamored. Two kick, spiky situation. You see this jump? Oh my god, that is a phenomenal frame. Lily Kage was an existing character. There were only 3 added to this year's Sage build. Yes, thanks, Gamers Going Blind. Yeah, Lily was already there. I hadn't played her in the last update. Because the last character that I had seen was one of the samurai characters. Oh, lordy. Okay. The hit from the other side is kind of amazing. What is it? Half circle forward kick. And then you can jump? Oh, okay. Okay. So you can combo off of it, or you can get a jump. Oh, that is super cool. Uchiyu, or however you spell her name, very silly semi-puppet character. She She has the fucking Sideshow Bob rake. Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me? She's got a bear trap. This character is wild, man. All right. In terms of, she doesn't have, right? No. Okay. So light kick into heavy kick. Yo, that's not even a quarter circle forward, dude. This is just her forward light attack. Yo, it's all good, Punk. Yo, take it easy. Enjoy your evening. I'll catch you later. Oh, the heavy's a fake. And you can button out of it. Oh, that's tricky. People are so inventive, man. Like, I love, once again, as far as frames of animation go, oh Jesus, I love this. This is her super? Are you kidding me? Like, the character designs in indie fighting games can go so wild sometimes. Okay, yeah, because I remember when they added Asako. Let's take a quick look at Uchiku. Oh god. We need to go to the command list. Throw nail requires nail. Okay, fair. Seriously, any buttons? Alright. Where is her throw? Okay. What? What in God's name is happening? Okay, I see what you're saying. So she has nails, which she can throw, and then when the enemy gets hit by it, it spawns a bird, which now when you do other moves, they will do things, including Dragon Punch. Oh my lord. Once again, what did I say? Like, I am smart enough to see the potential. I am not smart enough to necessarily execute, but like this kind of character in a certain type of fighting game player's hands is absolutely terrifying. Like, will be doing things that you cannot comprehend. What's her max? Yo, we get the horror jump scare? Alright. And for real, like for any, I know a lot of people have been learning KOF as well as myself included. Like we've been learning a lot of KOF 15 recently. And if you want some of that KOF vibe, you can get it from a game like this. God damn. And then you can launch them. Oh, of course. If you can get them in the air and then do your DP with the bird. That is scary, man. What the hell are they doing? Okay, and so there was... Who are the 3 new characters, right? Isn't it Uchuk? Is it the lone samurai? I thought there was a samurai girl. No, right, it was like the grappler girl. There is her. I already had them. Uchuk is definitely new to me.
The deadly wars begins. Round 1. No mercy.
Nice. I mean, I'm just hopping around trying to check out some of the characters that I haven't seen before, but is there... She has more summons. You got a bad hand. Okay, and so... Fair. Let me go back to her. Because... I did have a question. There you go. That's a better distribution, right? How do you... Reload nail, light punch, and heavy kick. Okay. That is what I wanted to know. Oh god, and you can just... Oh my god, that is so funky, dude. Okay, and you can position them. Oh, no, they auto position. They all have these bouncing things? Oh, Jesus, man. And so, yeah, all of your summons, right? They have two different versions, it seems. Are you serious? It charges up? This isn't right. You could just keep putting shit on screen too, can't you? Oh, is it a wind? Yeah, it's wind. It pushes them. Oh, that's dirty. I like how, yeah, you can come down. Oh, yeah, okay. So is it just... You can either hit it, okay, you can either hit the guys out of your way, but coming in with down heavy means you don't get the bounce off of the, oh god, you can instant air that too. What else do we have here? Right, because there was also what? There's a negative edge? Yeah. So, yeah, bird, umbrella, fox. Wait, excuse me? Is that just a spell, basically? Yo, we got some, like, Dormammu level shit right now. Okay. Oh, and you can immediately set it to charge again. Oh, that's good. That's a Yukioma, a frozen vengeful ghost. All right. What? Heavy kick? Okay. Oh, man. I don't even know what to make of this character. Like, this is not even silly. This is just, like, seriously wild. Are you serious? Does that... Does that just guard break? Oh god, right. I gotta jump in with multi-hits. I can't even, man. That's absolutely crazy. There are so many variations, too. Okay. Super big punch. Of course, she has the super that just... Okay. Yeah, here it is. Heavy punch. Yeah. Dude, all of the designs in this game are so freaking cool too. I love it. Is there other super here? Quarter circle back, double quarter circle back. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh. This is like you just get him out there and just start doing quarter circle forwards and see what happens. Oh, this is my kind of character. Oh, I like this. I actually hadn't noticed that they had just changed it to solo and duo. This is a nice, instead of doing the standard Mugen team option thing, I'm a fan of that. All right. Right, I was gonna check out Aaron. EX available and follow-ups. Okay. Yo, these move lists are huge too. Charge back forward and then DP and fireball follow-ups. Only on hit? Yeah. Oh, geez. Okay, I see what we're doing here. That is a lot of potential follow-ups, man. Oh god, it's so fucking SNK. Okay, so quarter circle forward is the overhead. This is the first time I've tried Aaron. It's been a while since I've checked up on Sakura Clash, I got to admit. But we've got multiple errands. I know that there's the EX versions, right? But that's not what you're talking about. Ooh, I actually caught her out of the air juggle. Oh, that's good to know. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Yeah, EX. Yeah, no, just checking out the build in general. But yeah, because the EX version was added. I'm not entirely sure what else was added for this version, but goddamn. Supers. Quarter circle back, forward, half circle forward. All right.
Let's keep going. Round 3. No mercy.
Start the day off right. Damn it. Missed the follow-up. God, such a fast-paced game, too.
No mercy.
I want to see the AI do some stupid shit, too. I gotta be real.
The show must go on. Round 2. No mercy.
Jeez, man. Girl, please. So weird. I keep trying to do light punch, light kick. I just gotta go light kick, heavy kick as my normal string, and then into special. Because then you can start doing that. Oh shit! I almost took it. Oh man, I want to see people just like swag out in this game. Seriously.
No mercy.
Yeah, Aaron feels like they'll have some really good lockdown, like, do not block against them, because, like, the charge kick into whatever follow-up is gonna be wild. All right. Gotcha.
Winner. No mercy. First count.
Damn. Gotcha. Whew, I was worried that wasn't gonna connect.
The show must go on. Round 2. No mercy.
Oh. I got. Oh, not quite. Okay, got that at least. Nope.
Winner. Let's keep going. Round 3. No mercy.
God damn.
Good.
Oh, come on. How did I not get a grounded follow-up to that jump in? Slapped around. Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna try some bullshit here. So yeah, okay, very good. Disappears when you get hit. Okay, maybe not. They do have health. Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
No mercy.
Yeah, and not actionable while you're being hit, it seems. Okay. Causing the chaos kind of worked there for a second. Okay. Definitely getting your bar out. Okay, I'm trying to see, right? I'm like, can I just get it out in neutral? And no, not really. You're probably gonna get punished for it. So what do we have solo with Uchu?
No mercy.
Let's do a quick little bit of investigation. All right.
Winner. Continue line.
No mercy.
Counter.
God damn, won't even let me out of the corner, girl.
Winner.
Okay, you can combo into the half circle nail, right?
Show must go on.
Round 2.
No mercy.
God damn. Yeah, man. Level 5 Mugen AI.
Winner.
Apparently that's my limit.
Continue. Statue.
Okay, now I'm genuinely curious. Let me go back.
Sakura. No, nurse.
It's charge. Really? Really, it doesn't combo. Oh, that's unfortunate. This game is adorable, and it has wild-ass characters, Mohas. Okay, off of sweet. So this girl has nails that if she hits you with the nail, and she can lay them as, like, traps. You get a different summon, each of which... Oh my god, it's a fucking Kappa, of course. Right, yeah, every one of these has their own little ability associated to it. It is Mugen, or Ikemen, more specifically. Right? She can restock her nails, and then, like I said, it's back forward. It's just back forward. There's no actual charge. No, there is a charge time to it. But, like, each one of these summons has a quarter circle forward and a dragon punch associated with them. And I believe... No, I'm getting something from the Kappa, that's all. Yeah, you can bounce off of them. So, like, the mix-up potential is so stupid. I don't know exactly what the rules are on when you can use them, right? But, like, look, this, like, flying snake has a wind thing which pushes them back and forth, or an attack that goes horizontally. Like, yeah, the Tanuki has a tail whip, which, if I'm not mistaken... Oh, no, it's, there's another one. There's, the Umbrella has something that'll just guard break, so you, like, leave little gaps and then do a guard break. The Bird Dive is, like, really easy loops and, block pressure. I don't know what we're gonna do with this character. I don't know, man. But yeah, no, this is a, like, spend 5 fucking years in the lab kind of character. Yo, if you haven't checked it out, the Sakura Clash demo is available. The Sakura Clash 2024 Sage demo is available. But they got a whole ass website that you can check out, and I highly recommend y'all do, and go try the game yourselves. It is adorable. It's got really interesting character archetypes. Like a lot of the Ikemen games of the last 4 years or so, they are not afraid to be like, yo, if you're playing our game, it's because you know fighting games. And they will layer in a reference to some fighting game mechanic from 28 years ago that you barely recognize but that you love. Or maybe you already know about. Like, you will get so many interesting puppet characters, charge characters, The way moves work and the way utility happens with them is like they're pulling from everything, and they're not afraid to make a really densely packed character. So if you like any of that, if you like the Neo Geo Pocket style, if you like KOF, if you like short hops, if you like fast games with like mad pressure, Sakura Clash might actually be for you. Man, all right. You know what? I am exhausted after the game jam from this past weekend. I'm gonna take some time for myself this evening. I'm gonna be calling it a day now. Yo, friends, thank you as always for joining me for Niche Fighter Monday. I appreciate it. I'm glad we got to look at a couple of the tabletop games that were made during the Versus Game Jam. Always happy to check out what's going on with Vengeful Calamari and Super Fighting Ultra and the shit that's going down at Sage. There's a ton of really cool games at the Sage Expo. Go check it out. And there's a handful of fighting games in there. Guys, I said there's a variable Geo Cross Asuka 120 fan game in Sage 2024, and I might need to get Idolism J to play this game. I might have to, so that could be super fun. But there's a lot of really cool stuff we're looking at. If you like platformers, if you like the 3D speed style Sega Sonic games, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff available in that realm. Just make sure you're out there supporting your indies, friends. That's what really matters. And if you have it within you, I always appreciate if you support me. Make sure to drop me the follow. I'm on Twitter here, guys. I talk about shit all the time, and you can reach out to me there. I'm also on Patreon. The best way to support me is probably through the Patreon. It's probably the cheapest way for anyone out there if you have it within you to drop a couple bucks my way. That's probably the best way to do it. Cheapest for you, gets me more money instead of having to go through Twitch's stuff. But if you're in the Twitch ecosystem, I get it, I am too. Make sure to use those Twitch Prime subs. Make sure to use those bits. I always appreciate it. Every little bit really helps, friends. But really what helps the most is y'all being here and hanging out. So thank you for that. Don't forget to join us in the Discord, friends, where we do cool stuff like apparently game jams these days. So that's always fun and amazing. But I am calling it. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Go check out a couple of these indie games that we got going through the stream ending screen right now. Beatdown Dungeon's amazing, so is Dash Walk Dueling, so is Battle Craze. Get out there and support your indies, friends, but make sure you're taking care of yourselves. Be nice to yourself, be nice to each other, and I will see you next time in the digital basement, folks. Until then, take care.